Hello, I'm Lola, and welcome back to this next part of Enderal. So, last we left off, we were in Old Dothelgrad, following Calia, that was her name. She transformed into something very strange. We had, yes, just defeated something here. Who did we defeat? I can't remember his name, but the head bandit guy. Yeah, and something happened to Calia, which was odd, but now we're going to find a way out of the vault. I fell in the depths of Old Dothelgrad through a trap mechanism to top it all off the bandits who, according to Lishari Pegast, raided the excavation site. Rove about here, I should try find Sakaresh. Well, I found her, so guess we'll get out. Or Lishiri, we should find as well. Wasn't expecting my bow to come out then. I guess we shall go this way. 1 second, have I looted here? I've forgotten. Yes, I think I came down this way. I will take all the gold.
Gold? And I doubt it's the fruit of honest. Yes?
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to
Stay right there. Who are you?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut that dialogue.
Please don't hurt me.
I'll read over it when I am...
What did I get myself into?
have a look back. If you're not one of the bandits, then who are you?
Alice Summerstone. I'm just a simple man, a farmer by me path. I have 2 daughters, me woman and a little farm girl just a few miles from Ark. Maybe you know one of me girls. She sells her bread at the market, Mondas de Fredas.
There's a market, there's a girl that sells bread in the market that talks a lot. I'll just say that.
Yes, exactly. That's her.
I think I've seen her.
Her.
Explain yourself. Why are you here?
Hi, of course. Do you know who Landlord Boric is?
Boric's farm,
He's one
yeah.
of the most influential landlords of the Farmer's Coast. Both the guard and the order get their food from his lands.
We did that
What
quest.
does he have to do with this?
Everything. He's a pathless bastard. And all of this is his fault. I swear it by me name.
Why?
Because he's a criminal, that's why. Believe me, I know how that sounds. But it's the truth. You have to believe me. The tolls he collects from his tenants are so high that we hardly
Yeah, I
have
remember that.
anything
He's
left to
now
eat.
living in Ark,
Those
isn't
who
he?
don't pay get beaten up by his lackeys. But that's not all of it. He also knows the Relata.
The Relata, the cult from the Undercity? I mean, I'm in that middle of that quest line, so yes.
Aye, who else? They believe themselves above Malphas, above the Holy Path. And they are powerful. Which is also why no one does anything about them.
And let me guess, this gold belongs to Boric, and you hope that his supposed cruelty justifies your theft?
No, this money isn't his.
Oh, okay.
I had debts. It all started 3 years ago, when we had a very bad harvest, and I couldn't pay me toll for the first time. Boric gave me a loan, but he said that I'd have to pay interest next time. Well, I think you can figure out the rest.
You got into more and more debt, and you were looking for a way to pay out everything at once?
I knew from a friend that there was this man in the Undercity, this Carrick. And he said that he and his men might be willing to help me, if they would get money from it. Apparently, they even had a sense of honor and path-abidingness, if you can call it that.
Interesting. So you made a bargain with them, but whose pennies are those?
They're from a traveling merchant. We ambushed him, and you know what we
His
did.
eyes are very red.
But I swear by me name we didn't hurt him. When we had the money, all Sunfire started breaking loose. Some kind of woman appeared, all veiled and dressed in black.
Oh,
In the
okay.
wink of an eye, she killed 2 of Carrick's men. We tried to fight her at first, but then we ran for it.
Was it literally the veiled woman from the
and
start of the
ended up in
game?
this ruin.
No merchant in his right mind would travel the Penny Road alone, especially not with other brigands in Vatia who've been roaming it lately. A veiled woman with dark robes and a low voice. You realise that Carrick's men killed 3 guards from Ark. So much for bandits with honour. I'll try rhetoric.
What? No, you're wrong. I'm not... All right. It's true. The money is from the food bank.
Of course. You stole from the people of the Undercity?
Yes. But I didn't have a choice. It was either that or lose me
Bit cowardly.
I know. I was there.
I didn't see what that said in the corner then.
What happened with this witch woman, you know? I think he just wanted to get his men to safety. But still, you're right. I was a fool to trust him, and I regret what I did.
A veiled one with dark robes and a low
She
voice.
didn't speak much, but yes, she had dark robes. And she was different. Unholy. Sorry, I don't know how to describe her any better.
And now you expect me to turn you loose with the money, right, to save your farm?
And me family, aye. Please, it's the right thing to do. If I don't have the money by the next turn of the moon, Boric and his lackeys will change their tune. And I know what that means.
What do you think, Calia? Right intentions don't justify the wrong thing. This money isn't yours. You'll be presented to the tribunal. Right, take the money. At least all these people didn't die in vain this way.
It's a tough call. I can understand his motivation, but that doesn't change the consequence of his actions. If we let him run, we legitimize his crime, so to speak. You should justify your crime before the tribunal. Explain to them what Boric did, and they might judge you lightly.
I mean, yeah, they already know about Boric.
So much lightly. You don't really believe that, do you? They don't care about the why. And even if they do, it doesn't change a damn thing about the fact that my family is lost without this money.
Maybe, but it doesn't change that you're at least partially responsible for what happened here. But it's your call.
I'll go with what Calia's saying. Normally I'd go with the second option, but I'll mix it up.
No, but...
She appreciates that.
What did I get myself into?
By the prophet's ass. You really got them all.
We did?
You don't stop surprising me, that's for sure. And neither do you, Keeper Sakaresh. Thanks for deactivating the traps up there. Who's our shackled friend here? He doesn't look like one of the bandits.
No, but he's guilty nonetheless. Can you escort him to Ark?
To Ark? Sure. Jakil, Jorel, you take care of that. Alright then. I'd say if this machine is somewhere in this ruin, it's here. I suggest you two take a look around.
Okay, we will.
We'll cover your back in the meantime.
Sounds like a plan. Search the room for the machine. Do you have anything to say?
Do you see the passage over there? We should take a look at it.
Huh?
Nothing to say? Okay. After Sakaresh saved me from the bandit leader while she was having a strange fit, we met the farmer Hallis in the bandits' camp. He explained that he, together with the bandits, raided the Undercity's food bank to get out of the landlord's books. He will account for his actions before the tribunal. Yeah, I think that was the right thing to do in this circumstance. Like I say, usually I don't really care about the law with my characters, but I feel like this guy's pretty righteous. When it calls for it, at least. And Calia liked it, so... At least we're on a good side, but I want to find out about that transformation of hers before anything else goes forward. Is this the way? Looks to be. Oh, you're pushing me, Calia. Ominous music. What the hell is this? Beautiful colours, by the way. I love red.
I suppose we found our machine. At least, what's left of it. Do you feel anything, Saira? With your gift, I mean.
Nothing, no, but this thing looks familiar somehow. Let's take a look around.
Maybe we can even take some
Dive in that vision.
Right now.
I'm gonna have to watch my first couple of episodes again. Just to see, you know, all the visions and everything at the start. As a matter of fact, in the ruins depth, Sakaresh and I found some sort of workshop in which the Prians researched on aforementioned machine. In spite of the bygone centuries, it hardly deteriorated for some reason. Even though it seems to be a prototype, we have to take the machine and its loose parts back to
Strange
Ark.
metal. It didn't rust at all, despite all the time it's been here.
Yeah. Being preserved in some way. I'm guessing all the pieces will be in here.
Yes? Found something?
You called me Salra. What kind of nickname is that?
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. Saira is kind
Saira,
of
sorry, not
a lot of
Salra.
things, but the closest translation in our case would be brother in arms. My foster father called me.
I wonder
that,
what it would be
so
if I
suppose
played
it's
female
just
sister in
normal.
arms. The
I like
word
the
would
way
be.
it sounds, though.
I
If
guess
you
it
don't
may be the
mind,
same.
I'll call you that from now on.
Yeah, that's fine. Fine by me. Ooh.
Correct. Nothing else possesses that much raw, magical power.
I found a piece. Very interesting. Look at this. Look how red it is. Can't actually go through it. Can't go this way.
Yes? Found something?
Show crystal canister. Look what I found. Does this seem useful?
Let me see. Yes, it does indeed. Seems to be some kind of energy storage, but it's empty.
Yeah, I need to find something else then. Guessing then we go through the other way. Or go further on. Yeah, this looks a lot like the old temple at the start of the game.
It works in a way we have not even come close to comprehending, like a cosmic force.
Let's take that to Calia. Where is she? Why are you up here?
Yes? Found something?
What about these
They look
parchments?
useful. Let's take them to the Chronicum.
Okay, one more piece to find then. Is it here or is it back in the other area? No, I think that was the only piece down here. Might be up the stairs? Maybe that's why Calia was standing there? All this way? No, that's the way I came. Down. I think. So it might be up here. Yes, strange dynamo, unless that's... Yes, that's
All
it.
this energy. It's useless without the Numinos.
Numinos? That seems to be that. Let's talk to Calia again then. Where is she now? Guessing she's sort of going along to the new areas kind of thing. Like, you know, as I went along, I was probably meant to do the steps first.
Yes? Found something?
But we found them all. This looks useful, whatever it is.
Yes, you're right. How is it possible that it moves all by itself? Let's take it with us.
I think that's all we need for now. Let the Order take the rest.
Yes, I think you're right. Hopefully we didn't miss anything. Let's go talk to Pegast.
Hope we didn't either. Report to Lashari about the find. Yeah, I think we found everything, so we'll go and report to Lashari. Hopefully I haven't missed anything. Like, I was told I missed quite a lot of the other quest. Apologies for that. Nothing like that would affect the quest, I don't think, but just in terms of exploration, which is annoying because I think I explore rather well, so it's annoying that I missed a couple of things. But I guess blind playthrough, so it's bound to be done in some way.
Now that was quick. So, what did you find?
You're right, there is a machine back there. At least there once was. The years have taken their toll on it.
Well, that's not much of a surprise considering how long it was down here. And as long as we can reconstruct it, that's alright. I sent some of my men back to Ark. We'll request a caravan to get all the parts back to the temple and see what we can do from there. Let's just hope it really will help us against this cleansing, whatever it is. As much as I admire Pyrean technology,
I think it will,
I don't like
hopefully.
the idea of putting our lives in the hands of it.
Show Lashari the old parchments. We found this near the machine. Maybe this can give us a little insight into what it really is.
Let me see. Interesting. Truly interesting.
What?
Seems that this machine was only some kind of prototype. The real one the Pyreans were working on must be somewhere else.
So
Plus,
it
there's also a
won't
name
work,
for it.
or...?
The Pyreans called it the Beacon.
That's poetic.
The beacon's are lit.
Indeed.
Gondor call for aid.
Well then.
Sorry.
Seems like you and your visions have once again saved the day, Prophet. There's a lot for us to do now. If you've taken care of your business here, I suggest you head back to Ark and report to Old Oranthiel.
What do you think, Saira? Do you want to leave now or stay a little longer?
Just gonna go on the map
As you
a
wish.
sec. Just to see if I've missed anything. I don't think I have, though. Famous last words. No, I think I've explored all, so we'll
What do you
return.
think, Saira? Do you want to leave now or stay a little longer?
Let's go.
Good. There you are. Pegast's mages have already told the Grandmaster about our find, and they're waiting for us in the Emporium. Let's go.
Very well.
All
Malphas's
that I am
blessing.
saying is that there are more efficient ways to battle this red madness. And heathen machines atop the Sun Temple are the last...
Who are you,
thing
Natara?
townsfolk.
Have I met Natara?
Maybe. But if this heathen machine is what the Pyreans used to combat the cycle, I want it near. Even if it turns out to be useless, only a fool turns down a chance. Skyrim, how long will the reconstruction take?
Oh, that depends on how many Pyrean mechanics you have on hand that can help us decipher these plans. Just think for once, Oranthiel. How are we supposed to give you an estimation if we don't even know what the finished machine is supposed to look like?
Good point.
We will get to work right away, Grandmaster. But in any case, we're going to need a lot of steel and Pyrean crystals.
You will get them. Now, get to work. You did excellent work. We will reconstruct this machine, no matter the price. Here, this will reward you for your effort. With a beacon
Thank
and
you.
a sigilled stone, we now have both a sword and shield against these
Ah,
high.
that's good.
That is more than I had hoped for. However, there has also been a disquieting development. I have called in a conclave, and it will take place in a day. Come back then, and use the time to rest.
A conclave?
I can rain fire.
Just thinking of Dragon Age for that. Please don't, like, blow everyone up in the conclave here. Wait until the meeting is prepared. Interlude. Okay, might be a good place to stop for a bit. With the sigil stone and the beacon, we now have both the weapon as well as a defense versus the high ones, the entities which are responsible for the cleansing, as we know now, and who appeared in my dreams after the trial. However, it seems as if there was a worrying development. Aranthiel convoked a meeting at which I have to participate. It should start in a day. Right, and I'm going to do this now. I cannot get the events in Old Duthelgrad out of my mind. When Calia saved me from that bandit, she seemed transformed. It nearly looked like she was possessed by something. Something dark and undeniably evil. She evaded my questions in the ruin, but perhaps she is now prepared to speak about the events. Okay, well, I hope so, because I want some answers, to be honest, Calia. Where is she? I guess she's in the Sun Temple? Thanked him. Probably not in the basement, to be honest, but is there a way to get to that from here? Don't know why I took a nail. Thought it was a spare part. Have I been in the vault? I must have. Saying that, there's loot. Oh! That I haven't taken. Unless it's just respawned. Bit of a detour. I don't know if I have been down here. I don't think I have, you know. Nothing here. Interesting, like, healing beams. Feel a tingling sensation as your hands touch the door. It doesn't move at all. This might be something for later. I'll head back up for now. Have to remember that place. The vault. Sun Temple vault. Right, let's go find Calia.
The prodigy, huh? Apparently we owe you for the shards of this sigil stone. I didn't think I would ever say this, but thank you.
You are welcome.
Huh?
Nice to know I'm appreciated.
Now, if it isn't the prodigy, well...
I've asked all this, I think, when I first met him.
What do you want, urchin child?
Urchin child? Can you tell me about your problem with me?
My problem with you? I don't have a problem with you. I have a problem with what you stand for. Tell me, prophet, who built this temple? Which you enter and leave as frivolously as a sailor leaving a brothel.
That's beyond me.
Which... It took me a minute to get that. I don't know,
what
but...
What did Malphas say to Dal Sidocius after he succeeded in suppressing
I don't bloody know. What is this, an
How
interrogation?
goes the 100th verse of the Holy Path, which the novices have to recite each morning?
No idea.
What is the holiest tenet of the creed to every keeper of the sigil?
No idea.
Why is only the highest commander of the guard allowed to enter the temple?
I get your point. I didn't go through your ritual, which in your eyes makes me unworthy to be here. Watch your tone. I'll go for the last one.
I applaud your cunning. You know nothing, neither of our faith nor of our country, and only because you happen to have strong magic in you.
I mean, I have been having visions that have helped with all of this, so piss off. No, I'm joking.
Even those of the sublime path are granted the novitiate.
I get it's a privilege, but
these novices have to train and learn
I think I've earned
in
my
order
keep
to
now.
just be allowed to enter the trial. We're not some group of tavern regulars which you can just join and leave on a whim. We are the Holy Order. We are what has kept peace in this country for millennia. And only because Tila has doted on this idiocy of cycles and
it's true, though.
he feels it's justified to abolish this country's foundations with a flick of his fingers. You, urchin child, you're
Stop
the
calling me
living
that.
proof of what has become of this country. Even just your boot prints on this sacred ground are blasphemy to everything we stand for.
Okay. Idiocy of cycles and prophecies. What, you still don't think this is real? You're just an old hag who is angry because she's second in command now. That's all this is about.
What I see is a country that now more than ever needs peace, stability.
Sounds like
and
you
a
want to take
strong
over
leading
from
hand.
Tilo.
And transforming this order into a bunch of fortune tellers, wild mages and thimble riggers will only make the situation worse. Do you even know how many of our people were killed in the war Tila's fool of a son started? And now his former people, Pegast, Skyrim, whatever they call themselves, tread on these sacred grounds as if there were nothing more natural in the world. Now leave. Do what you want, but spare me your presence.
Fine then. Goodbye. No, I'm joking.
Prophet?
What would happen though if I tried to kill her?
Well,
Hi.
well, Naya, isn't that a sight? The one they all talk about has come to visit us. Greetings, Prophet.
Greetings.
I'm Juslan Sharim, and as you might know already, one of the ever-renowned Neramese mages around here. What's your name?
Sir.
I see. And we share the same blood, it seems. One day, you have to tell me about your Kirayan ancestry.
Oh yeah, I'm Corinian.
But
Half
anyway,
Corinian.
What brings you to me? Do you need anything specific? Or do you just want to talk?
Just up for a chat. I heard you know quite a lot about magic. Care to share your insight on how it works?
What, are you asking me to teach you? From what I've heard, you know magic as if you've studied it for centuries. But sure, why not? What do you want to know?
What can you tell me about Sinistra?
Shh, don't talk so loud. You know how our
What can
holy
you tell me
friends
about
around here feel
Sinistra?
this school?
That better.
We don't want them to get upset, do we? Sinistra. It's the mightiest of the three schools, but also the most dangerous one, which is why practicing it is forbidden on every continent of the civilized world, except for Kira. That is mostly due to the kind of eventualities it interacts with. The human psyche and the forces of life and death. Someone trained in the arts of psionics is capable of forcing his will onto others, and I'm not speaking metaphorically here.
Well, I get it's dangerous.
An able entropist, on the other hand, can revive the dead as his minion.
I do a bit of that
and
myself.
channel the energy of death. A stunningly powerful feat if you know what you're doing, and a stunningly suicidal one if you don't. This is also why only 5 of 10 students of Sinistra manage to master it. The other 5s either stop in time or end up as either a driveling lunatic in an asylum, or as a greenishly steaming skeleton. Both of the latter rather undesirable perspectives, if you ask me.
Yeah,
So,
I know I should be careful.
Just be careful.
Thaumaturgy?
A thaumaturgist is able to alter his body and his surroundings to his liking. In practice, that means he can, for example, create magical wars.
I love it how you're just all staring at me while I'm talking to this guy.
Bursts of telekinetic energy towards his foes. He can also boost his own bodily capabilities and even go as far as healing his own wounds, even though that is to be done with caution since it strains the mind quite a lot. A very noble school, you see, but also very limited.
And an elementalist. I'm getting some knowledge here.
Elementarism. If Sinistra is a Scaragian dagger, and Thaumaturgy is a solid broadsword, then Elementarism is a giant two-handed warhammer. A good elementarist is able to realize
So it's elementalist.
the air around him suddenly bursts into flame, or channel lightning from the sky. A very aggressive and powerful school, as you can imagine. Most arcanists favor it above others.
Blessing of the Wise One, rank 3, added to my spellbook. That's something good. You're Coranian, aren't you?
Well observed. I'm a child of the sand, a vassal of the Golden Queen, or whichever other nickname these idiotic people around here have for us.
I see. How do you end up in Narathzul Arenthiel's order? Kira and Nerem aren't exactly a stone's throw from each other. I've never gotten the chance to see Kira myself. Could you tell me more about it?
Well, I haven't been there in over 20 years, but...
Long conversation, but get to know this guy. Who is the Golden Queen?
Shock of shocks, the Queen. Chosen by Saldring to lead the country of the sand, at least according to the Gospel of the Lightborn. Even though, in reality, she's hardly more than a puppet to the court's bureaucrats. At least...
okay. Who is Naya? No, there's more Coranian stuff I want.
Well observed. I'm a child of the sand, a vassal of the Golden Queen. Well, I haven't been there in over 20 years, but...
People always say that Kira was ruled by philosophers and not by the Lightborn. What is the meaning of that?
Probably that in Kira, freedom of thought and philosophy play a much bigger role, as opposed to most other countries of the civilized world. Still not big enough, if you ask me, but a lot more compared to this place. Well
One more.
Well, I haven't been there in over 20 years. Well, not literally, but yes, most do. In Kira,
I have heard
people
all
live
this,
in
but
these
I kind of want to know it again.
communes, which are, how do I put it? Well, families with more than 2 parents. 1 woman, 3 men, and their children. Or the other way around. You get the idea.
What, so one woman is allowed to have multiple lovers at the same time? And how are these children raised then? By all parents at once?
Or 1 man, 2 women, or 1 man, 2 men. Not all the communes are the same, you know. It's just that the idea of eternal togetherness and possessiveness isn't a part of Quranian culture. If you love someone, you do. And if you love another person too, that's not a problem either.
It's cool that they have
I
polyamory.
myself have always lived rather traditionally in that regard. But as strange as this might sound to you, the communes actually work quite well. Less drama, I suppose.
And how are the children raised then? By all parents
That's
at
different,
once?
and depends on the family. In my commune, for example, I had 2 mothers and 2 fathers, and 5 siblings. But there are communes with as many as 30 members.
Oh, wow.
Or some with just 3. Your place in society plays a role in that too.
In what regard?
Well, you could say that a noble commune generally isn't as open, and thus usually smaller. Hard to describe.
Interesting idea. Truth be told, it sounds strange to me. No, I find it interesting.
Indeed. Someone asks about you, darling. Isn't that charming? Most people are too polite.
Yeah, who is this?
But I'm afraid I can't satisfy your curiosity, at least not today. Let's just say that there are more things between life and death than what meets
A ghost,
the eye.
maybe? Someone on the other side? Nice talking with you. He's an interesting character. I've spoken to you and I've spoken to Tilo. Right, let's go and find Calia. Got a bit sidetracked then. How do I get out of here?
My sir.
My sir. Don't actually know where she is, but obviously not in here.
Sister, what blessed.
Greetings.
Ah, you. How are things? You look a little... tense.
Oh, I do? It's nothing, I'm just...
I think I've heard that gossip.
Did you hear about it? Sucker it? Try it.
Where is? Barrack quarter. Thought she was in the actual Sun Temple.
Huh. You're the one they call the Prophet, right?
Indeed I am. Just gonna walk down. I don't really know where she is, so I'll just have a run down. Who are you? I've noticed you.
Malphas's blessings. Yes.
Ah, in the barracks. Not where I'd expect.
Watch yourself. The streets aren't safe.
Or maybe not in the barracks. Don't know why it was pointing me to there. If she isn't. I think it's just a shortcut to the barrack quarter. Here we are.
Can I help you?
Ah. In front of the cemetery.
Blessed. Can I help you?
If you don't know your parents, how do you come by your name, Calia? What's your story behind your tattoo? Oh yeah, on your face. Why is it that you always say Kirash? Isn't that Karinian? You seem to spend a lot of time in your own room. On your own.
It was stitched into the blanket they found me in near that village. I don't really know if it is my actual name, but I had nothing else to go with, so it stuck. Tattoo? Oh, of course, you mean my mark. I've had that for
Can't remember what I've asked and what I haven't when we first met, so I'll probably just ask most of it. And while something like that doesn't just appear out of nowhere, someone must put it on you. Can you remove it somehow? Is it, I don't know, magical?
That's what Tyrus said too. But if it has a meaning, it's obscure. I couldn't find anything in the books, and the Magisters couldn't put their fingers on it either.
Is it, I don't know, magical?
No, it isn't. It's just there.
You never know. Can't you remove it somehow?
Not without leaving a bad scar, at least according to the apothecary. And even if that weren't the case, I don't know if I'd want it gone.
I mean, I don't mind it.
Reminds me of something.
If it's any comfort to you, it looks good.
It does. You're the first to tell me that. But thanks, I guess.
Oops, didn't mean to do that.
Saira, good to see you. Do you need anything?
Why is it they always say Kirash? Isn't that Karinian?
Yes, it is. Master Tyrus, my foster father. He was half Kyranian, as you might
have I
guessed
interrupted
already.
a scene maybe
Someone's
here?
Just stuck around.
She might have wanted to speak to me.
Well, as I told you, I was never very popular with the other novices. You know, the novitiate was very challenging. The Magisters only rarely gave us days off to contemplate, as they called it. The others usually used it to go to the tavern to gamble and drink. I never really liked that kind of pastime, and I still don't.
What about love? That's a good enough pastime. How come everybody needs to stretch their legs from time to time?
I've never really thought about things like that.
I don't want to be coming on to her really,
You know,
but
life in the temple is quite secluded, and I doubt there are many men or women who would find my way of living attractive. But forgive me, that's very personal. I don't really
I think I was more into going with Jasper with this character, and if it's a thing, and perhaps Calia with someone else.
That's true, but when I feel the need to relax, I prefer taking a stroll or spending time in the baths. Whatever secret there is about relaxing to loud music, raucous shouting, and alcohol is beyond me. That's convenient, actually.
Okay, so this is what she's going to talk about. About Old Duthelgrad, I take it?
Yes, but let's talk somewhere else. Come on. So, sorry for all the secrecy. I just didn't want anyone else to listen in.
I can understand that, so what did you want to discuss?
Well, that moment when I neutralized the leader of the bandits in Old Dothelgrad. I'm sure you noticed that I was different then.
That's a nice way to put it. Yeah, you were completely lost it back there. It's one way to put it. You seemed upset. What do you mean? No, I'm going to say the top one because it was a bit odd. So she might not like it, but I will.
Yes, I did. I
yeah.
remember that. I'll make this quick. There is something about me that you don't know. That
She a
no one
werewolf?
knows, actually. Do you remember what I told you in the curarium about the destroyed village?
Yes.
Well, I wasn't entirely honest with you.
So do you know what actually happened?
Not all of it, no. And it's true that I don't know how I ended up there. But I remembered something just before I regained consciousness. Some kind of vague memory. A feeling coupled with an image.
A feeling? What exactly do you mean by that?
It's hard to describe because it didn't last very long, but I saw myself, but I was somehow above the rooftops, as if I flew. Below me, I saw all the chaos, the dead, the fire, the devastated houses, and I somehow felt hot, but from inside, as if my blood was boiling.
Didn't mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. So sorry.
I'm sorry, but I don't know how to describe it better than that.
So that's what. So that was what, a memory, something that really happened. I'm not sure I'm following.
It was something that actually happened. I'm sure of it. But the memory, it was somehow blurred, like a dream, but a very vivid one.
What happened then?
Nothing. I woke up, and from there things happened just as I've already told you. But that's not really what I'm trying to get at. In that memory, when I saw all those dead bodies and all that destruction, I felt satisfaction, pleasure. As if all that suffering, all that pain was the most exhilarating thing I'd ever seen.
I should feel happy about that. I'm not sure I can follow. What are you trying to tell me?
Well, I didn't know what to make of that memory myself for quite a long time. But then things happened that made me understand. There is something inside my head, Saira. Some kind of second soul, an entity.
Oh.
Most of the time it sleeps, but there are situations in which
It's like
it wakes
Justice
up.
and Anders.
Mostly when something atrocious happens or has happened. Blood, pain, death. Whenever I'm confronted with these kinds of things, it tries to... I don't know how to put it. Tries to take control of me. And then things like Alt Cthulgrad happen. It's never managed to completely take me over, and it hasn't gotten as far as it did in Alt Cthulgrad for a long, long time now. But that memory from the village, I think that is what happens when I let myself go completely.
Okay, in other words, you have some kind of demon inside you? And I'm guessing this power you suddenly had when you killed the bandit comes from this entity?
Yes, it is immense, Saira. I can feel it every time it is trying to take me over.
I thought she was a werewolf, so at least this is a bit different.
I don't even want to think about what would happen if I were to give in completely. If that name seems fitting to you, then
I mean,
yes.
I don't necessarily
I think we both know these stories about ghosts taking over the living are
mind.
just stories
Glad that she's told me.
If it helps you, think of it as some kind of temptation. One that's just waiting for the moment when I am too weak to contain it.
That's a lot to take in. Yeah, it's a lot to reveal.
I figure. Listen, what happened in Old Dothelgrad, I never should have let it come to that. But that moment when he charged me, the blood on his sword, I just couldn't contain it. And when I gave in, when I hacked him into pieces, I simply felt so...
Yeah, this isn't normal, but...
complete.
You do you.
I was naive to believe it would never get that far again. Naive and stupid. But do you see now? This is the reason why I train so hard. Why I always try to control my emotions, no matter what people do or say to me. This creature inside me, it's always on the hunt. And the only way I can keep it at bay is by controlling both my body and spirit 100%. Just one moment of carelessness. That's all it takes.
So those villagers could have been right after all. Did you destroy that village? I see. Does the Order know about this, the Magisters? If you were to let it take over you completely, what would happen? Is there nothing we can do about this? No way to banish the monster?
I don't know. And truth be told, I'm not sure I want to.
Yeah, did they know about
Master
this?
Cyrus, my foster father. He taught me how to contain it by controlling my thoughts. And he also advised me never to tell anyone about it.
Who told me?
Until today.
And why did you tell me?
I don't know. Probably because I was afraid you'd tell someone else about what happened in Old Dothelgrad.
Yeah, I get your point. I might have.
A coward's move, I know, but it was the best solution I could come up with. I'm sorry.
No way to banish this monster?
Who should I ask? The apothecary? There are two ways that would go. Either they would ridicule me, or they would take me seriously and report my condition to the Order. Neither way helps me, and who knows what the Order would do if they found out, especially as strained as the situation is right now.
I mean, I'll ask this, but I'm not sure if...
I don't know, Sayira. Believe me, I've asked myself that question more than 100 times. And as much as I hate to admit it, yes, there's a chance it did. I'll never find out.
I've asked all these, so... Shall I ask one again?
I don't know. A coward's move, I know, but...
Yeah, this thing.
Well, what would be the alternative? Transcribe Pyrean books like the magisters do all day?
Good point.
Or drop out entirely and pour hot water for the upper city's noblewomen? Look, Sayira, as you already pointed out, there is a chance that this thing inside me is responsible for the massacre in the village. And if that's true, I definitely have a lot of repentance to do, don't you think? And even if it isn't, I want to change things, to make the world at least a little bit better. And yes, I do realize that this means a lot of hardship and hard work for me, but I'm not afraid of that. Do you know why? Because that's what's missing in this world.
At least she's dedicated.
So many people just talk, and never act, because that would mean that they'd have to actually endure something for what they believe in.
You definitely don't like determination. I like it. An admirable attitude. Sorry if I offended you in any way. I'm just worried for you, that's all. Maybe you should tone down on your emotions. Fantasism hardly does any good. No, an admirable attitude I think I'm going to choose.
One that shouldn't be an exception. Anyway, the one thing I ask of you is to keep silent about what I've told you. It will never come to something like that again, I promise. I'd like some time by myself.
I'll honor that.
And thanks for listening.
Cool. That was a nice chat. Got to know a lot more about Calia. I'll take those two. Don't actually know where I am. But yes, I will leave Calia alone. Yeah, I thought she was a werewolf or something.
Apparently, the Blue Islands Coalition sent an emissary here to Enderal, despite the wars. They are bold. You've got to give them that.
How does one get out of here? This way?
Fire. Magisters never change. Ever listen to me.
Yeah, we're in the Sun Temple again. Right, what are we doing? So we need to wait until the meeting's prepared. We've talked to Calia. Calia revealed that she had some sort of entity in her, ever since she can think, a second soul as she called it. This being, which she only calls a thing, appears in situations in which she is confronted with death, blood, or in general violence, and then tries to take over the control from her. Apparently the same thing, in a smaller scale, happened to her in Old Dothelgrad. Calia seems to suffer very much under the scourge that the entity, and it seems to be responsible for the secluded personality. Yeah, she's an interesting character, Calia. Like I say, I'm glad we got a bit of backstory on her. I was going to finish that egg hunt, maybe? Could be something to do. Still need to do that as well. Introduction to phasmalism. Go to core. Ah, yes, the wells. Let's go back to the main sort of way.
The prodigy, huh? Apparently we owe you for the shards.
Yes, you do. Okay. Could buy Hammerbird's eggs. Ah, there's the nest. Oh, I was blind, wasn't I? Jesus Christ. Thank you for the comments on this. I, for some reason, thought the nest was on the floor.
An outlander.
How do I get up here?
Isn't this nice?
Idiot I am. And then I can buy, apparently, some Hammerbird eggs. Let's do a bit more following and then we'll see. Can't get up there. So one up there on the barn roof, maybe. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not. I've fallen. Right, I think I'm going to... I'll fast forward this bit because it's going to take me a while to find all this and I'm just going to be trudging around making a fool of myself. So I'll meet you guys back when I've found them, or at least most of them. I think I've done it. I have 5 now. Welcome back, by the way. That took me forever. Found 3 quite easily. 4th one took a while. 5th one, the last one, oh my god, I could not find it for the life of me. Could not find... Who are you?
Watch yourself.
Couldn't find it anywhere. Finally did, but that was ridiculous, the last one. So here's your eggs. I hope you appreciate them.
Any luck?
I found these. They look like the ones you're after.
That's them. Marvelous. Truly
I did not want to put you through that, guys.
You have earned yourself that. Now, he only has to... Yes, that should do it.
Oh no, not more eggs, please. Nern roots, fine, I've got loads of that.
Depending
Or Vin
on
root.
how well the breeding of these eggs goes, he would like to experiment with other breeds too. Firefinches, leaf
Oh
gulls, and
lordy.
peak dashers, to call them by name. Bring him their eggs.
We'll see, we'll see.
And you will be rewarded.
What did I get for that? 380 experience and 90 coins. Oh. Firefinches, leaf gulls, peak dashers, understood. But that might take a while.
He knows, but he will wait here for
We'll
you.
see. I hope I get that quest done, but yes. Duneville, Frostcliff Tavern. Farmer's Throne. Know where Farmer's Throne is, so could do that actually. But yeah. On that note, I'm going to end this episode here. We did have a nice talk with Calia. Did some egg searching. Next time, I think... We'll see, actually. I'm not sure what I'll do next time. I think I'll decide then. Might do core before I speak to these two. or just have a look on the map and see what I have to find. But yeah, be sure to like, comment and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.